That's funny.
Just remember, if it weren't for alcohol, the Irish would rule the world.
Time for the show.
The show.
Mike's Gaming Gala. Kaos was actually the first one to be here, and he said face turquoise drinking coffee. So that's always
I love when he says that.
Yeah. It's from the heart. That's what you know. It's from the heart. Yeah, Kelly's here, but we don't know what she said yet. Oh, there it is. Oh, it's all about the music. Dun, 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 dun. All right, so how's it going, guys?
Good.
65 and sunny here in the Midwest.
Nice. 60. Well, now mine says 64. I think the sun's got low enough that it's hitting the sensor now, because it was like 62 a minute ago. So it's around the same here. Super sunny, which means that this thing is sitting in the sun, and it's 75 inside here. So
much.
Yeah. What do you got going on, Mike? Warm there? Sunny? Cloudy?
No, kind of cold. I don't know the temp. Yeah, my thermostat that reads both outside and inside, I forgot to change the batteries out of it. So it's just showing nothing, so I don't know.
Right. Nice. What about you, Poe? It looks like it might have warmed up a little bit for you.
Yeah. Well, it's 62 in here right now. Out there, it was around 57, 56, I think. But it's very sunny. And with that time change, it's still sunny. So we got robins out there singing and crows being a-holes and everything else.
Nice. Yeah, I know we had a little chit-chat the other day, and you were all bundled up. So you're looking like...
Yeah, Wednesday I drove home, and it was 70 out. And Thursday, then it was like 67, something like that. And then all of a sudden, it was like 30 degrees and snowing again.
I know this change in temperature. I think, actually, I was telling you guys before the show, my aches and pains, I used to think I wasn't recovering well from my surgery. Well, I don't think these aches and pains have anything to do with it. I'm still going to therapy, but for Christmas, we got one of those neat things that tells you barometric pressure and all that crap. It says the kitchen's got a sensor that goes outside. Well, I've just started noticing a trend, and I noticed the weatherman says it too. He says, aches and pains alert. We've had so much changes in the weather, hot to cold, that everything on me just hurts. So, of course, none of you guys are 80 years old like I am. So.
Yeah, it can do that, though, especially the pressure changes with your joints and all that. It can be bad, and temperature changes. Yeah, it's a mess. Yeah, it's a roller coaster down here. That is for sure. So we're kind of going with the as you can see from Poe's background, we're kind of going with the MarioDay, which is technically tomorrow, right? March 10th, MAR10IO, Mario Day. So Greg's got his hat on. We kind of going with the Mario type theme going on today. So that's kind of, if you don't like Mario, you can tune in next week. But we'll be talking about some Mario stuff today in many different forms of Mario. We have quite a few videos lined up, pre-production, because that's the way we roll. We are all about pre-production. So, so do we want to, let's see, Greg, look, Kelly noticed. She's like, wait. Oh, I didn't even leave it up there. Greg is in his office room. He's back down.
I'll mention that real quick, because I told the guys before the show, I wanted to do a video for Mario. I needed to use my V pen, so I came downstairs. And once I got down here, I fired up the Stranger Things and the oh God, Stingray. Jesus, too many pills. Anyway, and I fired them up and played a couple games, and I hollered at Travis. He showed up and for dinner, and I said, "Come on down." So I stood behind that pinball machine for an hour and a half, between either one of those machines. We put some records, vinyl on the record player, and I was having a ball. And then Travis says, "Isn't it about time for the show?" And I said, "Shoot, I can hardly move. I stood for so long." So I'm glad I've been sitting for a while. But yes, I did have fun. And I am downstairs. You're right. And it's very wonderful. And I got good internet down here and happy to be here.
Yeah. Mike's Gaming Gallery, he figured us out. When you struggle to entertain while live, pre-production is good.
Yeah, and we're so good with it. We all wrote out our videos this afternoon instead of like during the week. So
Right.
Last moment.
Right.
That's how good we are.
I know we talked about this at the end of last week, and I waited clear till today to do the video. I can't believe that.
Yeah, that's all good. It's all good as long as it's here before 6:10 when our show starts. It's good. Hey, Gideon's here. Good to see you. Good to see you, Gideon. From way afar, way afar. Now Gideon, our time changed last night here in the big old United States of America. Did your clocks change yet, Gideon, or when do you guys do that? And I guess for Mike's Gaming Guy, did you guys change at the same time also, Mike? Or are you still on standard? I don't know how that works up in Canada. You guys switch?
Smart and don't even do it.
Yeah. Yeah, that would be great. So we'll wait for the chat to catch up. But yeah, I am curious how that works because some countries do it earlier and some countries do it later and some countries don't do it at all. And of course, here in Van Horn at the hotel, we'll get a lot of people that are from Arizona, so they were freaking out this morning. And poor Kelly at 11 o'clock this morning. You know, breakfast ends at 9:30 here. At 11 o'clock, there was still a lady eating her breakfast because people just kept wandering down, and they're like, "What time is it? I don't know what time it is now." Yeah. So, yeah. Hey, Derek's here. Who let him in?
He's true. He's right too.
Yeah, it feels like it. It felt like it when I got up at 4 o'clock, aka 3 o'clock this morning. But hey, Train Club,
Northwest or Northwest New York?
Northwest New York. Mario merch has had a big uptick in eBay sales. Yeah, I would imagine with the March 10th coming up. But what were you gonna say, Greg?
Oh, I was telling you about how much standing I did. I forgot all about earlier today. Remember when you came through town, Bart? We had a game room set up here. You know, that in our small town, we actually had, well, it went away. It didn't last right. And I think the guy was using, he's using MAME. He didn't have officially licensed arcade games. He had home-built games, but it's gone. But a new place went in. And so Travis and I just ran up into town to get some gas in the car and stuff. And said, let's go in that place, see what they got. I don't know how they're getting away with it. But they got video slot machines in the back of this building.
Oh, really?
You actually put money in, and then if you cash out, it gives you a little thing with this QR code. You go over to what looks like an ATM machine, you scan it, and it spits out your money.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow. Interesting.
Yeah, it was. Yeah, we both lost $20 in about 15 minutes, but it was,
yeah. So it is like Vegas.
You know, we just walked in the place. Actually, what the place is, it's a vape place, and you know, I use this, so I heard they had some of this stuff cheap. They actually did have tops for these, cheaper than anywhere else I found. So we went in there, but like I said, we looked. I said, "What's that in the back?" And he says, "I don't know. There's video games, I think." And so we went back there, and my God, video slot machines, wildest thing I ever seen.
Wow. Yeah. So Gideon said they go into the daylight saving from the 30th of March until the 26th of October. So, yeah. So that's it. So you're still. So what time is it now? Because now it's 6 o'clock. Does that mean it's 1 o'clock for you now, Gideon? Because didn't it used to be 2 o'clock for Gideon when we started?
Yeah, it'd be an hour earlier.
Yeah. So is it like 1:20 your time? But yeah. And let's see, Train Club. Has anyone ever said you look like? No, I don't think anyone's ever said that. I used to do some Grease songs at karaoke up in Colorado, though. But yeah. So they said basically we have Central Europe time and Central European summertime. Central European time and Central European summertime. Okay, I see. Interesting. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, like I said, I got a lot of people that came through and so it's 12 o'clock and 12:20 in the morning. Yeah. We had a lot of people from Arizona and they're like, yeah, we don't change our clocks. It's like, yeah, I know. I lived most of my life there. I wish we didn't either. But
they're not team players though. People.
Right. Yeah. Yeah. But anyway, Walter from Wish. That's right. Yeah.
Well, Poe, didn't you have? I don't mean to jump in, but I want to think. Poe, didn't you say something? You had some. I didn't even catch what you were talking about earlier. The games that are on sale for MarioDay or some.
Yeah, I put them in my video, and I meant to actually print the list out or write it out so I could say it here, and then I didn't. I ran out of time. So, but yeah, there are some DLC Mario theme games on the Switch that are on sale for MarioDay right now, and then certain stores have physical copies. And if you know anything about the Switch, especially these games with their main characters in them, they never go down in price really. So.
Right.
Now's the time to grab them for $20 off or $10 off or whatever.
Yeah. 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 It looked like, because you sent the list to I was going to say, why don't you just read off your phone? But that you're using your phone right now. Your phone is kind of busy. But yeah. Now we got a lot of videos. Do we have a order that we want to watch any of these? What do we want to go with first? Because let's I'm almost leaning towards yours, Mike, because you kind of have the beginning of the whole what started it all, right? With your video, where the beginnings of. So maybe that's the place to start. You guys think a well-run, well-oiled machine would have talked about this before we went live, but we decided last week we had a meeting and decided we'd like to let the viewers in on our thought processes and how we come about putting the show together. This is like behind the scenes stuff. So yeah. So I'm thinking, Mike, you could talk about your video and then we'll play it. And then after we play the video, we can talk about it again. Yeah. What do you think, Poe? Would that work for you if we did that? Then we all vote. Secret ballot. Yeah.
I suggest that we show Mike's first though, because we don't want to run viewers off by showing minor posts first.
Oh,
right.
No one's gonna run through you guys' stuff.
Right. Yeah. But all right. So Mike, what do you got? What do you got for us?
Well, I actually got two. I was able to get two games in the 10-minute length of video. So I did manage to shoot Donkey Kong for the arcade and also Donkey Kong Jr. just for the first level. Then that was it, just so I could squeeze it in for the 10 minutes. But yeah,
nice.
Want to show it? Yeah, just me playing the game to see how high I could get, and then
okay,
yeah.
All right, yeah. So here we go.
All right, hello everyone. We're gonna be playing Donkey Kong for MarioDay. Now, technically, I know Jumpman's not Mario, but I know in the NES version he's Mario in that game. But I tend to call him Mario here, so let's see how well we do. I'm gonna skip this hammer. I usually don't get it. Cool.
Alright, gonna get the purse. Yeah, I don't like the joystick on my Donkey Kong cab. It's an 8-way, which it should be a 4-way. And the thing is short. This was like made for Miss Pac-Man. Oh no.
Nice.
Yeah, it's not like if I can just get the flames on the left-hand side, I could have done the bonus next to Donkey Kong. Sometimes I die here. I get kind of in a rush to speed by this part. Nice. I'm gonna skip the purse. Ooh, I should have been dead. This is going through me. I was like, oh, I'm dead. Maybe we can get the bonus this time. Oh, no.
Yeah, that guy kind of snaked you.
Yeah.
Nice recovery.
Uh-huh.
Oh. Oh, now he comes down.
Just get rid of him. I'll wait till he comes down.
Nice.
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 this, you're not going to be able to outrun the barrel. Oh no.
Oh man. Oh no.
Oh, that was dumb. Jumped way too early. Oof.
Oh my gosh. They're trying to kill you.
Oh!
Nice.
I lucked out on that. Oh boy. Oh.
Oh no.
Last life. No, please. Ah.
Oh.
All right. How much time do we got? It's 8 minutes. Okay, we'll play some Donkey Kong Jr. real quick. We're just gonna do the first level on this, and then alright, we'll call that good. It's almost 10 minutes. Alright, thanks for watching. Happy Mario Day, everyone. Bye.
Nice.
Nice. Yeah. That was that first screen on the level 3 kind of got you there. It was,
Oh, yeah.
became your nemesis screen all of a sudden.
I should have made it through that, but I kind of anticipated the barrel was going to go past the ladder, and then of course I'm like, it's going to pass, and then of course it goes down on me.
Yeah. It's funny because, like you said, when you're playing, you get to the elevator level, and especially on the higher levels, that's the one that. But I've found a lot of time, man, that the original, the barrel level can be just as hard because if those, especially with the wild barrels flying down, one of those got you on the noggin. It's like, man, you think you're doing great, and then all of a sudden, just boom, you got nowhere to go.
Oh yeah.
So yeah, but great games. All three of those. So that's an arcade cabinet, and it's got all three, basically Donkey Kong Jr., and Donkey Kong 3 on it, right?
Yes.
Yeah, nice. And it's dedicated, or are there other games on it, or is that it? Those are the
No,
three.
it just has the three. And what's kind of neat with that cabinet, it's a new cabinet, so it's not an existing Donkey Kong cab. So the person that made it for me designed it from scratch and put it where it just had the Donkey Kong games. And what's neat about it too, besides the free play, if you wanted to, the coin door works, so you can empty quarters into it if you wanted to go old school with it. So I can change it. There's a button on the inside that you can switch from coins to free play. So
Yeah,
Nice.
yeah.
nice. Now you said that's got an 8-way gated joystick.
Yeah, the joystick's wrong, so he put the wrong one in there. I'll probably put a 4-way in there later.
Yeah. Are you able to just regate the one you have, or are you going to have to replace the whole thing?
I would like, because it's the joystick on it's kind of short, so it's like you're really kind of close to where the we call it like the where the controls are. So it's not like the original Donkey Kong joystick. It's at least a little bit more elevated. I'd like to get something a little bit more taller on the ball joystick instead of being kind of close, because it's like, wow, it's like really almost touching the bottom of the thing.
Yeah.
So yeah, I mean, if I could just get that, I mean, yeah, sure, doing it the gated way, but I don't have too much problems with it. It's just, sometimes it does interfere with your gameplay. It's like, oops,
Yeah.
I didn't mean to go diagonal. It's not moving or anything like that. So
Right.
yeah, it'd be nice to get
It's
4-way on it.
much easier to play on a 4-way.
Yeah.
Yeah, much easier. And for a second there, I didn't know if you were still talking about your arcade cabinet or if you were just quoting Mrs. Poestyle when you said that the joystick's a little short. But-
She said she likes it a little shorter.
and she gets it both in size and time. So it's
How many inches do you want? She said both of them. So we're happy.
nice. Yeah. So here now, Mike, Mike's game gal is not going to leave this stuff alone.
Wrong joystick.
I wouldn't have it any other way.
David here says, "What? What did I tune into here? I thought we were watching Donkey Kong, and all of a sudden it takes a turn." Yeah, that's the beauty of this show. You never know when it's going to turn into R-rated and beyond. But yeah, Donkey Kong has always been one of my favorite games from back in the day. It was the first main machine that I ever built that was dedicated to a single game. I had it and painted it and put the artwork, the logo on the side and all that stuff. And yeah, had a 4-way joystick, one button. It was set up as a Donkey Kong machine. Then eventually I did add a couple of games to it because it was MAME, but they all had to have 4-way joystick and single button, or it couldn't go on there. It didn't have anything else. So it always has been one of my favorites. But it's hard. Donkey Kong Jr. is a pretty fun game also. It's right up there. I think that's a sequel that, it's right there with the original. I'm sure some people would say, oh, no, Donkey Kong's way better. And I'm sure there's people that think Junior's a lot better. I think they're both very good games.
Oh yeah, that's why I want 3 of them, the 3 games on there, because then I can play whatever I feel like it, and it's just dedicated to Donkey Kong.
Right.
Yeah, nice.
Yeah, that's nice. I struggle on Donkey Kong Jr. with that, with the little electric things, the fourth screen. Yeah, I struggle with that thing, just horrendous. And I always thought it was neat how it kind of mirrors Donkey Kong as far as the first level that you played is equivalent to the barrels screen. And then the second screen that you were getting to, the chains, that's equivalent to the rivet level, where at the end of each one, you're going to end on the chains, and that sends you to the next level. And then what do you got? You got the bouncy thing with the birds. That would be the elevator level. And then the electric things going around, and which I find that much harder than the whatever. What do they call the fourth level on or the fourth screen on Donkey Kong? Some people say it's a pie factory, some the concrete factory.
Pie factory. I always call it pie factory. Yeah.
Yeah, but a lot of times you can whip through that screen if you just pause for a second, so the fireballs all go to the same side as you, and then just go up the other side. But that I can't do that with that Donkey Kong Jr. 4 screen. That's yeah. Let's see. Chaos says Junior's better. But Chaos is a big fan of 3.
Yeah, he likes 3.
Yeah. Now, see, we got a battle here. Train Club says 3 is the worst.
Oh, I love 3.
And Chaos says 3 is number 1. Yeah. Yeah. It's hard for me to. I like all 3 of them. I like all 3 of them, but I think just because of the way I was introduced to them when they came out and stuff, I'm kind of a 1, 2, 3. I still think I like Donkey Kong the best, and then Junior, and I have the least experience with Donkey Kong 3. And if you watch any of my gameplay video of that game, you can tell because I suck at Donkey Kong 3. But that's not the game's fault. That's I just pretend like I accidentally bumped the joystick back into 8-way mode. It won't go where I want it. But all right, that was good stuff, though. Anything else you need to talk about with that, Mike?
No, that was pretty much it for the 2 games. Yeah.
Yeah, nice. So, Greg, how you feeling? You're sounding better. Poe, you talk for him, so it sounds like
my underwater is too tight.
I have to apologize for that. I muted my mic during Mike's video showing because my phone rang and I didn't want to bother anybody. And then ever since then, they've been texting me, and I told them, "Hey, I told you I'm doing the show. I'll talk to you later." And I forgot to unmute my mic.
Yeah, that's all right. That's all right. Our ratings go up whenever your mic is muted. Yep. So, what do you got for tonight, Greg? You made a video as well.
Yes. Well, what I did was we got together and we talked about doing something MarioDay, Mario themed, and I just kind of remembered, wait a second, I think my VPN has a VPX table on it that is Mario. And it's actually Mario Kart Pinball. So if you want to show that, Bart, here's me attempting to, and I apologize, I have not used OBS on that cabinet in quite a while, and the game kind of overshoots me, but that'll help our rating because you can't hear me talk much. You merely hear the game. That's fine. I don't have much to say. So yeah, if you want to run it, you can. All
right. Let me put that back before I forget.
Okay, everybody, welcome to the show's MarioDay edition. And we're all kind of doing Mario-themed stuff, or going to be working on that now. And I decided to play a little Mario Kart Pinball. It's a VPX table. So let's give this a run. It's been a while since I've had this machine on.
Another coin, please.
Another coin. Okay, I got 2 credits. Here we go. Mario Pinball. Mario Kart Pinball. Let's see how this works out. Okay. Did I lock a ball already? Oh, nope. I knew I had this on this V-pin that I built, but I can't remember the last time I played it. That's the thing about these things. You get so many tables on here. Sometimes you forget about them, and when they talked about doing something Mario themed, doggone it, but, I think I saw a Mario pinball machine. So here we go. Let's see. Okay, that's how we get that going. March 10th, Mario Day. Maybe I'm supposed to. Oh, there you go. Got the ball up there. Don't know any of the rules. How to get extra. Looks like. Oh, I got multi-ball. I think I already lost the multi-ball. Dadgummit. Oh, 151,538,000. Not bad. I didn't see what ball I was on. It was multi-ball. Oh, launch ball again. Well, launch again. Ah. 403 million, it looks like. 403 million. $541 million. No. Okay. 800. Oh, 800. Oh, wait a second. I guess I got an extra ball. 'Cause that said ball 3 before. That last ball was ball 3. It said shoot again, so I must have earned an extra ball, and I don't know how. Anyway, thanks for coming to see us on the show tonight, or if you're watching playback, thanks for watching. I know Mike, the Gaming Road Warrior, Bart, Off-Grid Arcade, and Mr. Poestyle all appreciate it. And again, I hope you all have a wonderful Mario Day. Oh, wait a second. Did it say save? Okay, insert coin for another ball. Well, I'm not going to do that. Plus, press both flippers to quit, okay? 913,322,000. $993,322,160. There you go, Mario Kart Pinball on my VPin, VPX table, and I just happened to remember, or thought that there was some Mario Kart game on here, so I went through all games and I got to the M's, and there it was, Mario Kart Pinball. So there you go. Thanks for watching, everybody, and we'll get back to the show. Bye now.
Nice.
There you go.
Yeah, that was cool.
So close to $1 billion, huh?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I
think
like
you
that.
got-
Table.
Yeah, I think you got that extra ball when you crossed 500,000 because I heard the knock. Yeah.
Yeah.
Greg, where
Yeah.
did you find that at? Where did you find that game at?
Oh, when I built that table, I had Pinball Emporium, and I don't think it came with that package, but I just remember it. Back then I was just constantly on that Pinball Universe or VPN Universe, and I just remember I was gathering up tons of, I don't know, there's over 1,000 tables on that machine. I was just gathering them up, any of them I saw that were cool, and downloading the game file for it and the images for it and put it on there. So it's been on there practically ever since I built the machine.
Oh, nice.
Nice. Yeah, I don't think I ever downloaded that one. I'll have to go look for it. It's been a while since I installed the VPX table, though. It's yeah. But yeah, VP Universe has almost everything now. So.
Yeah, Polo's right. Polo put up there. It's on VPU. Yeah, VPU. That's right. VP Universe.
Yeah, VP Forum. I used to go there a lot too. Derek was mentioned, but yeah, anymore I almost exclusively go to VP Universe because it just seems like it's just right there. But yeah, love the hat. Polo said, but
thank you.
Hey, since Polo's here and Greg kind of segued us a little bit into pinball. Paul, I'm thinking we'll go over the pinball tournament before we get to your stuff, if that's all right, if you don't mind.
Yeah.
We're kind of talking, and Polo might want us to put that up there because I don't know what happened here, but yeah, Polo with 139 million, which doesn't look as impressive after we watched Greg get almost $1 billion, but 139,730,000. Mike played. He got us 30 million. I was in second till that happened, way behind Polo. But now Mike's in second, way behind Polo. 30 million. I had 20 million, 20.8. T-Dog's up there with 10.1, and then Greg launched the ball and went to have dinner. He got 1 million. But he's still ahead of both Mr. Poestyle and Derek. So that's all right. Who both decided to post on Saturday right after it ended and said, "Oh shit, I didn't play it." So congratulations, Polo! Amazing game. That was pretty sweet.
Nice.
So, and I did not prepare a tournament or anything for this week. Greg, did you?
No, I did not. I didn't. I was, like I said, I just waited around the last minute to do the Mario pinball, and then I got a bit right after I sat down in here. I thought, gosh, I hope somebody says they set up a tournament.
Yeah. Well, I'll tell you what, I thought about this because I figured we didn't get to talk about it, so I figured this was what would happen. So I decided what I'm going to do is we're going to just do a Discord only, and the other thing I was going to talk about tonight that's kind of pinball related, well, not kind of, it is. Zachariah Pinball released yet another deluxe table. So this is like the 4th deluxe table in a month. They are throwing them out. It's called Tropical. I don't have a video for it. I have a video on my channel for it. If you haven't seen it, go to my channel where, if I must say so myself, Zachariah Pinball themselves left a comment on my video. So that's cool. So anyone that plays Zachariah Pinball, I know Polo does, play the new Tropical Deluxe. It's the brand new table. I don't know if it's still on sale. They're $2.99, and you could get them 10% off. So it was $2.91, including tax for me. But if you download that, play it this week all the way up until Saturday, like we normally do at midnight, and post your scores in the Discord Pinball channel for Tropical Deluxe.
Nice.
Yeah, look, Polo's all for it. Look, he's got a top 5.
What format did you get that on, Bart? Did you get that on Switch or on the PC or what?
It's on. I got it on Steam.
Steam.
Simulation mode, 3-ball simulation mode. Play it there. Post a picture of your score. When I played, it was so new. I was in 9th place overall, which I'm probably in like 900th place now because it's been out for a few days. But Yeah, and I found out because a new friend of the show, but much like Gideon, he's overseas, so he can't make our show most weeks. But Job of the Blade, he told me about it, and so I went, and it was like the day it came out. So I downloaded it, installed it, and played it. That's why I was able to get it top 10 because I played it the day of. So, but yeah, that is like I think it's 4 deluxe tables now. Besides all those retro tables, the 13 retro tables they added. So Zaccaria Pinball has been just getting after it this year. It's good to see. It's good to see. And I mentioned in my video, if anyone has a digital cabinet, a cabinet made for digital pinball, like I have mine right here. Greg has a couple of them at his house. Anyone that has a digital pinball cabinet, Zaccaria Pinball is so easy. You just put it into cabinet mode. They come with the back glasses already there. It just works. It's so good. It's such a good experience if you have a cabinet trying to get it set up. It's kind of like the opposite of VPX. VPX is awesome to play and all that, but it's a pain to set up. And then you got Pinball FX is kind of the happy medium where the tables are great and all that stuff, but there is a little bit more setup than just clicking on going in the options and say cabinet mode and boom, back glass, everything. So, yeah, it's pretty cool. Yeah, Polo mentioned, I guess I should mention it. There is the boxing award table. So that's the second or third award table they've also released this year. And I don't know, Polo, I haven't played it yet because I don't have enough awards to open. I think I only have like 4 or 5 of those award tables open. You can buy all 13 tables for $9.99, but I'm just opening them as I go. When I do, you get awards, I open them, but I don't play it as much as I should because I don't have it open yet. But
now, as far as your little tournament here for Discord, I guess if somebody wants to buy it on the Switch, all they got to do is show you don't care.
I don't care how you're playing it. Yeah, if you just as long as it's at Tropical Deluxe and you're playing in the simulation mode, not arcade mode. I don't have any way of verifying it. Just honor system. If you really want to cheat just to win our little, thumbs up on next Sunday, whatever. But yeah, just whatever platform you can play it on. Zaccaria Pinball, the new Tropical Deluxe. Derek, I don't think so. Derek asked if they have a setting for 3-screen. I don't think they do. I think it's just you pick your back glass monitor, and then if you have a DMD screen, I think you just leave it go. But I don't know. I only have 2 screens, so I've never messed with it. But I think it's based on a 2-screen setup. Do you know, Greg? Yeah. Is it?
Yeah, it's only 2-screen.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's real easy to set up, but no, it's only 2-screen.
Yeah, I don't think you can pop the DMD into your DMD screen if you have a 3rd screen that's set up for DMD only. But oh shoot, Poe is back. Sorry, Poe, I didn't see you over there.
Oh, that's okay. I was taking a nap. No, I don't know. It said I lost connection again. It was the same thing as before. I'm like, all 3 of those guys froze up, and then, oh yeah, here we go.
Yeah. Yeah. So anyway, anyone that wants to play Zaccaria Pinball, the new Tropical Deluxe, just post your scores and we'll just do a little unofficial. There's no way of tracking it. They don't have. That's where they're lacking. If Zaccaria would throw in tournaments the way Pinball FX has it, that would be awesome. But they got the awesome multiplayer, so that's cool. So anyway, let's see. Polo said, Mike, love your shirt tonight.
That is a sweet shirt.
It's rocking.
Yeah, I told him thank you. Yeah, well, Resident Evil 2. I was kind of implementing video footage of Resident Evil 2 in my other video, so that's why I wore it.
Nice.
Thank you, Polo. Yeah, this is a new hat. That's Dick Dastardly, remember? From Wacky Races.
Let's get him up. Oh, there he is. And his dog Muttley.
I didn't buy the Muttley hat. I should have. I love Muttley too. But
Train Club figured out where you went, Poe. And And I hope it was a smooth one. Now, see, the conversation just goes wherever. Hey, Ballistic's here just in time for the Mr. Poestyle Poo Show, which Poe had nothing to do with this time. It's the one time that Poe didn't bring it up, and it still ended up here.
I'd be in trouble if I pooped that quick. You know that I went in the garage if I went that quick.
You started to run for the bathroom, and you're like, didn't make it. Might as well go back.
Well,
to the
just pooping nachos stack out there and tell the wife, "Oh, look at the size of that one. We're feeding that guy too much."
What did you feed Nacho?
He had corn and peanuts this week.
Yeah. So Ballistic's here. Good to see you, Ballistic.
Yeah.
Ballistic.
And
Mike's Gaming Gala's leaving because Ballistic's here.
No.
Yeah,
No,
he
just
says,
kidding.
"Oh, sheer."
No.
Those Canadians with their language.
That's the way they say shit up there.
Yeah, wait,
Shit.
he corrected himself because.
Oh, thank you for giving us the.
And now Ballistic starting an international event. Damn, there's a Canadian. He's going to put tariffs on. We're putting tariffs on sheer. Any sheer that goes on, there's going to be a tariff. Oh, now Greg, we get to talking about doing the poops, and there goes Greg. He's like,
he's
like
got a
great
diaper,
idea.
so he has no excuse.
That's right.
He could just be talking. Yeah, pinball this week.
Yeah,
I played Mario Kart.
yeah. I asked him one time after a show. I said, "Greg, do you just go to the bathroom right in the middle of the show?" And he just said, "It depends."
Yeah, back in the 80s when we thought, you could call places and stuff and nobody knew it was you. There was no caller ID and stuff. We would do a lot of that stuff, me and my buddy. And then we got into pranking each other, and they used to have a number for Depends on the Depends commercials where you could call for a free sample. And I went all out. This was a teenage Poe doing an old Poe voice. You didn't have to, but when I called in for the free sample, I'm like, I better pretend I'm an old man. I'm like, yes, my name is Jeff, and I would really like a free sample of your diaper. And then they sent it to my buddy Jeff, in 6 to 8 weeks, and he's like, I got a diaper in the mail. And I'm like, ha-ha, gotcha.
Yeah.
2 months ago, I gotcha.
Yeah. Freaking caller ID just ruined prank calls for everybody. Yeah. Those were the days. Is that a Gorin Brothers hat? I don't know what that is.
My hat is an Overlord's hat.
Overlord.
That's my Popeye and Brutus, and this one, and I got a Conjunction Junction one. And
what's its function?
Yeah, I never paid attention to that part. I didn't learn from Schoolhouse Rock. I'm like, oh, a cartoon.
Hooking up words and phrases and clauses.
Most people probably would have used that when they got to school the following Monday. I didn't. I'm like, yeah, I saw that funny little fat conductor guy, and then I watched Fat Hubbard. It was a great weekend.
Right. Yeah. Yep. Such good times, those Conjunction Junction. All right. So since Mario left, I guess we can move right on to what do you got, Poe? You made a video too. What do you?
I thought for sure Mike. I thought Mike was going to do Mario's Missing or the what is it? Mario's Hotel Mario.
Yeah.
But yeah, I just picked my favorite. It's a pretty popular Mario game. Might not be everybody's favorite, but yeah. So I went ahead and played some last night, and it's just watch the video.
All right, here we go.
Depends.
How's it going, everybody? And as you know, tomorrow, March 10th, is known as Mario Day. M-A-R, March 10. I-O, Mario, in case you didn't know. And so for that, I'm turning on my Super Nintendo Mini, SNES, SNES Mini here. And that might give you a little look at what exactly my favorite Mario game is. I've played them all through the years. Now, MarioDay, celebrate it any way you like. There's so many original Nintendo games. All throw up the Switch here. We have all of these great games, and there's been many games that Mario showed up in and wasn't a playable character, right? Did his little guest appearances and stuff. But Super Mario World was the only game that I got with my Super Nintendo Christmas of 1991. It was the pack-in game. So that was unlike other times that we got consoles. When I got my 2600, we got a lot of games. And, no, I don't want to play one that's, there we go, we'll go with an empty one. A lot of games with the 2600, me and my brothers and sister and, you know, the family. And when I got my Nintendo, I got the pack-in game, which was, of course, Mario Brothers, Super Mario Brothers, and also got Kung Fu that year. So I had a few games to play with each of those. With this, yeah, it was the only thing I had to play over Christmas break until I went and rented and bought more games. I think I went out right away after that and rented F-Zero, but I played the heck out of this game that first day, Christmas Day, up until New Year's. So, this is a game, this and Mario Brothers 3, that my son and I, while he was still living at home, for many years, we played through both of them. Around this time of year, we would just play through the whole thing. And I have to admit, when I was younger, I had the skills and the knowledge and just loved these games so much. I was a champ at them. But, see, like, even that, I messed up. But, my son did most of the heavy lifting in recent years. He's still got the hand-eye coordination and the skills. See, I'm jumping right off. Even the simplest thing anymore for me on these games can be tough. So I'm just jumping right off. I'm not hitting the right. I'm doing the spin attack instead of the regular jump. What's his name? Chuck or something like that? Is it Chuck? Oh, crap. No. There we go. Yeah, that's all your tutorial and everything. But, like I said, I played this so much over that Christmas break that I just fell in love with this game. I just thought it was so frickin' amazing, the greatest thing ever. Now, runners-up for me, although I have a sweet love for Super Mario Brothers, original Mario Brothers, you know, that was in the arcade, I ended up buying that for my NES back in the day, so that's one I thought about playing for this MarioDay thing. And Super Mario Brothers 2, Doki Doki Panic the Reskin, or whatever you want to call it. Mario Brothers 2 US. Love that one as well. So, and I know it's not a popular opinion, but I actually like the first two Super Mario Brother games more than Super Mario 3. And people will hate me for that opinion. I don't know, that's just the way I feel. Super Mario World is my favorite. I did love when the other games came about for later systems. New Super Mario Brothers Wii and the ones for the DSs, 3DSs and stuff. My kids had those. And I loved those just because I could play these games with them than multiplayer. Even though it can be hard playing these kind of games multiplayer. You're bouncing off of each other, accidentally killing each other and stuff. So many great Mario games out there. Tomorrow is MarioDay. Take some time. If you didn't already this weekend, play and appreciate a Mario game. I mean, he's, of course, Nintendo's mascot. And some may argue that he's more well recognized than Mickey Mouse these days. You know, Disney's obviously Disney's mascot. Maybe I have to explain that to a younger generation. But yeah, just so many great games. this one is always a favorite. I know they did a lot of stuff that made Mario 3 great that people had never seen before. But this game here just blew me away. You know, your mode 7 or whatever, you're zooming in and stuff like that. The ghost houses were just awesome looking and even a little scary. Even though it's a little cheesy, but yeah. They had this whole beginning here, you know. You got to meet Yoshi, and you could use him, make him jump to his death to help you get to the next platform. You had the cape when you got the feather. It was just so cool. Man, what a great Christmas break that was. I was content with one game. But my mother did work at a grocery store that had a video game rental area. So it wasn't long after that break that I was out renting stuff. And there we go. There's a death. My best friend at the time finally got a Nintendo. He didn't have one for a long time. So one of the fun things I would do was take my Super Nintendo up to his place. And he would have his Nintendo, and we would do whole weekends where we rented games for both systems and just sat there and played or watched each other play or played at the same time on these. And yeah, I mean, Super Mario World, man. This game blew me away. What's your favorite Mario game? Will you be playing anything? Will you be celebrating Mario Day? Such a good game, man. And I probably could throw a few other games in here right now, but this is my favorite, so I had to highlight it. Now, there are some sales going on. I'll put a list here. If I remember, digital sales as well as physical sales at some stores, and it's not very often that the Nintendo Switch does sales on their games. They're usually $60 when they come out, and $60 years later, you know, for that same game. But they're doing sales for Mario Day. I think some of them last until, I think they said the 16th. I don't remember exactly. But if I remember, I'll throw a screenshot up while I'm playing here, and you can see that for yourself. And decide if you want to download some games to your Switch. Or maybe you're gonna go to a store and buy some physical copies. Nice. It's Mario. It's Mario Day. Let's celebrate. What's your favorite game that Mario appeared in any way, shape, or form? Hope this recording came out alright. Now back to the show.
Nice.
Cool.
That is my favorite. I love that game.
Great video.
Yeah.
You was just blasting along
You
there.
didn't sacrifice Yoshi like you should have. Could have saved you.
I see. Yeah, right. I see what everybody says, and a lot of people say they can't play and talk at the same time, and I definitely couldn't. I wasn't paying close enough attention. Yeah, Mario Day tomorrow, March 10th. Through the years, I've seen funny things. People trying to sell an empty jug of milk that had the expiration date MAR10 on it for Mario Day, and people probably bought it too.
Wow. Hey, Chris is here, aka Job of the Blade. He's in the bush. Is it 45 years for Mario? Is it? I don't know. When was Mario first put out? Smash the NES version back in the day. Tropical Deluxe is brilliant. Yeah, we talked about Tropical Deluxe a little bit ago there, Chris. Just really quick, since you're here, we're doing kind of a challenge thing or a tournament. Just take a picture of your Tropical Deluxe score and post it in our Discord on the pinball channel.
That sounds like a really good food, like a dessert, or maybe a drink for the women at the bar, Tropical Deluxe. And yeah, I also Ballistic, I meant to mention that too. You said he's been part of your life since '87. That's one thing, like us old dudes that have been playing these consoles for years, you know, a lot of us, Mario became part of that, and we played it all that time and then handed it off to our kids, and some of the people our age handed it off to their grandkids. He's been around that long for sure, and never skipped a beat. Always great Mario games.
Yeah. So is 85, is that when they first started calling him Mario instead of just Jumpman? Or I don't know.
I'm not the gaming historian. I used to Google.
Use the Google.
Use the goggles, and you'll figure it out.
I think that 1926, I think.
Yeah. Well, you don't get to use your best score, Chris. You got to play a game and take a picture of that score. So if you can't match your best, that's the one you have to put out. So, yeah. Donkey Kong, 1982.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Jumpman.
Yeah. He was.
During Poe's video, I did step out just for a minute. And I went ahead and bought that table. I got Poe's credit card number that he sent me the other day by mistake, and hey, it was free. So if you guys, anybody else wants to have a copy of that, just let me know. I'll gift it to you on Steam. I can just run it through on Poe's account.
I see. Talking about that, guys. Well, the bigger question is, how old is Luigi? Well, they're brothers. Are they twins? When did Luigi come out? I've seen that argument that the two Marios and Donkey Kong Jr. are actually Mario and Luigi. And I think people went about that so long. And of course, Nintendo never considered, they never even thought of this. But at one point, I think it got so much people were saying that's Mario and Luigi that Nintendo said, sure, that was Luigi, but he was wearing Mario's clothes, you know. So,
Right.
But we didn't really officially see Luigi until original Mario Brothers, in my opinion.
Yeah.
That was just two Marios, two bastard asshole Marios that caged an ape, kept his kid away from him.
Oh, remember when Donkey Kong kicks one of the Marios? That's the one that died. So there used to be twins. There's two Marios, and then Mario's twin died.
Right. Is that canon? Is that canon?
If you say it enough times, it is.
And that way Mario's not alone anymore.
Oh, you and old Poe wear the same clothes.
All the time. Well, underwear.
Right. Yeah. And whatever happened to Stanley? We don't know.
Yeah, well, when I eventually get to that DK3 video that I've been planning for like 2 years, I'm going to talk a bit about Stanley and his origins, if you didn't know about them. And he did show up in a Donkey Kong cartoon in the 80s. So
excellent.
He'll be in a horror movie next because we know
that would be sweet. Stanley's greenhouse where he's just killing everybody with bug spray.
And then he dies being eaten by the bugs.
And then I saw, somebody did say that they didn't like it. They was that Northwest New Yorker train. Yes. Yeah, it's a totally different game. It's a shooter. You know, it's not a platformer or whatever. You know, it's a shooter. So Mario didn't appear in it. A lot of people felt the same way as he did back then. But I love it for what it is. So.
Oh, I loved it too. I usually played Donkey Kong, then 3, and then Junior. Junior would probably be my last out of the 3 Mario games, but I liked Junior. But it would be Mario 1, and then 3, and then 2. Or, I mean, Junior.
Yeah. Yeah, like I said, I just didn't have a lot. I didn't have a lot of experience with Donkey Kong 3 until really, I think we did it in a challenge like a year ago. And that's probably, I played more times in that challenge week than I had in the rest of my life. I just, I guess it went too far for me away from Donkey Kong. And I'm like, what is this? Yeah, because it's a shooter. It's not even the same stuff. It doesn't have the levels like Donkey Kong had. And then Junior had the 4 different, and it's kind of different. And I just never got into it. But then when I started playing it for that tournament that we were doing, that challenge, it was like, this game's fun. It's hard, but it's fun. Yeah. So
It's also dark.
Yeah, what was your favorite? I see T-Dog saying 3 is his favorite, and a lot of people that grew up at that time are going to say 3 for sure, because it changed so much about the Mario games. But for me, it was, for whatever reason, I was right on the Mario games all the time when they came out. Mario 3, I didn't jump right on it and have to get it the first week it came out or whatever back. I don't know. I was a little bit older then and other interests, so I didn't get it until later. But then when I did get Super Mario World, that's the one that blew me away. So what's your favorite Mario game, Mike?
Mine? Mario was missing.
Mario! Mario!
I would have to say Super Mario Brothers 2. That's my favorite.
Well, that's a great game.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I like number 2. To me it was, I don't know, it seemed like I played that one.
Yeah, and it was such a departure from Super Mario Brothers. All of a sudden we didn't know, nobody knew for another 20, 30 years that it was Doki Doki Panic over in Japan, and they reskinned it. We were just like, wow, you get to select which character you want. Everybody has their strengths and weaknesses in the game. Really cool.
The question is, did anybody use Mario? And I know, like, when I played it, I usually use Toad, Princess Toadstool, and sometimes Mario was my last pick.
I mostly used it just because I owned the Nintendo. It was mine. So my older brother, if he wanted to play something with me, it's like, you're player 2. So by default, he was Luigi in the first game. So in the second one, it's like, you're Luigi again. Luigi had kind of Yoshi strengths in that one, kind of do a little.
Oh, yeah.
So yeah, floaty thing there.
Spinny feet where he's floating in the air. Yeah.
But I do think in order to finish the game, when I first beat it, I did use a combination of characters finally. Finally said, okay, put Mario to the side. And still to this day, playing Mario Party with my kids, I always pick Mario. My boy always picks Luigi, and then my daughter picks whoever. But yeah, he's always the first one I grab.
Nice.
Mario Sunshine, yeah. Yeah, a lot of people don't like that one.
No, I liked it.
Yeah. I have zero to add to this conversation. I played the whatever Super Mario with Nintendo, the NES, I think it was. I played a little bit, but it was mostly the kids played. And I never played any of the other ones, not even once. So it's like I never played 2, 3, World. I've heard of them, but I never played a single moment of any of the other
actually
ones.
Thought Mike might pick one of the ones for the Game Boy, since he liked the Game Boy so much and borrowed it from his friend. But maybe he would pick a Mario Land game.
Super Mario Land? I need to beat that first. Yeah, that was the first Mario game I played on the Game Boy, Super Mario Land. But I think I bought 2, and I like 2 better. So because it looks, as far as Mario looks, he's bigger on the screen compared to the little tiny guy that's playing on the Game Boy. So definitely part 2 to Super Mario Land.
Is one character better than the rest?
They all have their strengths and weaknesses, and Mario is supposed to be your regular, well-rounded guy.
Yeah.
In Mario 2, so.
Like the princess, I used her because she can float, or not float, but fly around.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, Ballistic says his least favorite Mario game is Mario versus DK. Not a fan of that game.
Those are different. They're more of a, would you call them a puzzle game, Mike? You got to figure out how to get
puzzle. Yeah.
Yeah. So definitely different for sure.
Yeah. And yeah, I would imagine depends on what game you're playing because they all have different. But yeah, let's see. Parents got my first NES for my 13th birthday. Put it on layaway. It came with Super Mario Bros. I was so happy. Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah.
Yeah, I had never played Super Mario Brothers until.
Come out? Oh, sorry, Pope.
Oh, that's okay. It came out in '85 in select markets. I think we're talking California and New York. and then I think everywhere else over here in 86. But actually, it's the Famicom, which is the Japanese console, and I think that was 83. It came out over there. But
Yeah.
I got it Christmas of 86. I first discovered it just walking through a Kmart in the electronics department and saw it in the case. And I'm like, this doesn't look like Atari. This looks like it's better than Atari. So then I started begging for it for Christmas that year.
Nice.
Because I was a latecomer because I was in the Navy when I got it, so it must have been like 89 when I first got one, and so I don't know. I was just looking for a newer version of Donkey Kong that I could play at home, and I said, Nintendo. But what were you gonna say, Mike?
Well, I remember getting mine. I got mine kind of late too, 1988. So actually, I can tell you the date, December 9, 1988 is when I got my NES. All account because I know that for a fact because that's when Ninja Gaiden came out. So that was
nice.
my game I got along with it. My aunt bought it for me, and then of course the one I got was the action set. Came with the Zapper with Duck Hunt and Mario Brothers. So that's the one I got for Christmas. And that was kind of like a family thing too, because my family wasn't rich. So I had my aunt help out get my NES, and she took care of the game while my mom took care of the console, along with my stepsister. So
nice.
Yeah, we played that game, and my brother had actually played, I guess it was Super Mario Versus in the arcade with his buddy. He was older. I didn't get out to arcades that much then, so playing original Super Mario Brothers on the NES was my first time playing it. And we actually found stuff by accident that Christmas Day, you can go down a pipe. Holy crap. We didn't know that. The warp zones. Wow. We were discovering all this stuff before we had any magazines telling us this stuff. But you did get into the Nintendo Fun Club free back then. And I had all of those issues up until we moved in 2009. Those and my action figures all disappeared, but that turned into Nintendo Power. And if you had the Fun Club, you got the first Nintendo Power or first so many for free. They'd send it to you. And I had all of those. And they just disappeared somehow.
oof.
Yeah. Yeah. Ballistic had just posted right about that. Right. Good timing. I'm sure it's late for him. He probably typed it a little bit ago, and then he'll see it after the fact. But he was just talking about the Fun Club news and the free year of Nintendo Power.
There was a few different game developers that had that. I don't know where Sunsoft sent me they had a little issue they'd come out with a couple times a year, and they made Spy Hunter for the NES and stuff, and Batman. It was always cool as a kid to get mail, especially if it was video game related.
Right. See, now T-Dog said Donkey Kong Country off-grid, you'll love it. That's the one where you got like the big monkey and the little monkeys running behind him, right? And then you could switch places. And
P. Diddy. Donkey Kong and P. Diddy were in that one.
Yeah. I like I said, I'm aware of all these. I just never played them. Usually, the kids were young and stuff, and you'd sit down to play, and they're like, I want to play. And then they take the controller, and I'm like, all right, go. You're 4. What am I going to say? No. But yeah.
Donkey Kong Country was a huge one for the Super Nintendo. And when that came out, they sent out promo VHS tapes of like behind the scenes of the making. I remember they sent me that too. And of course it disappeared too. I had that VHS tape, and it got you so hyped. So that, when the game finally came out, you're like, I got to buy that game.
Yeah.
I was kind of looking up the Nintendo Power stuff. I didn't get. I got a subscription back in 1989. I think it was it Nintendo Power number 9. So that's the one that had the Tetris on the cover, and they had the bonus. What do you call it? The Dragon Warrior 36-page strategy guide, and that was actually pretty cool because my friend Kevin let me borrow Dragon Warrior. And I got to play that. That was actually my first RPG I've ever played, and I loved that game. And what's kind of funny, I lost the Nintendo Power magazine. I wish I could find it, but I still have the strategy guide for Dragon Warrior. So I managed to have kept that in my, my parents still had stowed it away. I think they didn't throw it away. I'm like glad it was in the photo album. Like, dude, there's my strategy guide for Dragon Warrior. So putting it back in my movie/game room. So it's there, so that way I can use it when I play Dragon Warrior again. I never did beat it, so I do want to beat that game for the NES.
Nice. Hey, Sean's here. Good to see you,
Hey,
Sean.
Sean is a Mario master. You watch his video. Sean's
a master of quite a few games. He's he is a serious player. That boy don't mess around. But let's see. There was one up here.
Yeah, if you guys get a chance, go check out his channel and watch him play live.
Yep.
Yeah,
it's amazing. It's amazing. I'm thinking, okay, I wish I could do that.
Yeah,
I had this one up.
He's really good.
I had this one up for a while, but we were talking, so I didn't want to. Train Club got Duck Hunt on the snowy President's Day weekend in '86. Had so much snow he murdered ducks for 10 straight hours.
All right. I bought the Duck Hunt later down the road and Hogan's Alley and the Zapper. I didn't get my Zapper that Christmas, but a few months later with paper route money, I bought those games and the Zapper from the same Kmart. And me and my brother played the heck out of those games. And sometimes it was just fun to crank the TV way up when the parents weren't home to get that gunshot sound. We'll pretend we're shooting each other again.
Yeah. Ballistic had a bunch of. What he said, he got the last issue, which was a recreation of Mario in clay on the first cover.
Oh, nice.
Nice. Sean's.
Hey, something. Before I go, I had something else I wanted to bring up real quick. It's just an article I read, so I went ahead and pulled it back up. Nintendo Switch eShop has some deals going on right now. It's their Capcom games. You've got to have you have to have, doggone it. Oh, I lost it. But you have to own Capcom Arcade Stadium or Capcom Arcade Second Stadium to download these, which are both free. Those are both free downloads. But they've got a ton. I can't read through the whole list, but they're on sale for 99 cents a piece.
Nice.
They're Capcom games. So if you're interested in that, I mean, it's got everything from good grief, Ghosts and Goblins, Pirate Ship, 1942, the 1941 Counterattack, and I'm just skipping through Ghosts and Ghouls, Mega Twins, my God, Street Fighter 2, and the list goes on and on and on. So 1944, The Loop Master. So if you're interested in any of those, it says in this article that they're for a short time only, but they're 99 cents a piece. So if you're into any of those and you want to play them on the Switch, there you go.
Nice. Hey, that's cool. Sean's looks like he's invited for Walter Day's video game movie documentary. Nice.
Awesome.
That is awesome.
Very cool. Very cool.
That is awesome. Yeah.
But guys, I'm going to have to get out of here. I'll tell you what, this is the longest stretch I've made it in a while, and I'm not in my easy chair like I've been up there down here. And like I said, I went and played slot machines illegally, I guess.
Yeah.
In town today, and then we played some pinball, and we had some great weather. I actually went outside with the dogs. It's just a beautiful day. But I think I'm about at my end. In this
hold on, Greg. Poe just sent something in the private chat. About fucking time. I'm tired of his ass. Oh, was I not supposed to read that out loud, Poe? I'm sorry.
No, that's fine. That's fine.
I
had to say that because Bliss is here.
I didn't realize.
We had to get
Bliss.
I didn't realize that you can subscribe to somebody and then unsubscribe them twice, which takes their sub count down once.
Right. Yeah.
So you're the one that left me this week. I had the same count for like 2 weeks finally, and I lost one.
Well, they'll come back.
You know, if you guys remember, I've been slowly coming back up, but I think it was Bart that mentioned, maybe it was Mike, that it must have been YouTube going through people's accounts that were inactive and turning them off, because I can't have any other explanation for it. Just one day, I lost 90 or 100 subs.
Yeah.
Just overnight. And it's not like I'd posted any video that was obnoxious or anything, just my same old dumb stuff. So So anyway, so I'm slowly building back up, and that's the only explanation I can have for it. Is that I think it was Mike that mentioned that somebody has gone from YouTube, went through and deleted a bunch of accounts, and some of those accounts, unfortunately, were tied to my account.
Hey, really quick, Greg, before you go, it's not Mario related, so I wasn't sure I was even going to say. We're getting really close to American Truck Simulator. They're about to release. It's already in beta, the next upgrade, which usually means within a week or two, Missouri should be out. So
I know. I fired that up on the Long Alley the other day, just out of curiosity, because I hadn't been down here yet. And it started talking about Missouri, and I thought, oh my God.
The update, the 154 update that they have to release before that is already released in beta. So you can download the 154, and that's usually just a couple, 3 weeks before the next state comes out. So I think we're going to be in Missouri sooner rather than later, maybe beginning of April. We might be. I'll be surprised if we're not having Missouri by the first week of April. So just wanted to mention that.
And you know, when Missouri comes out, I think it'd be fun if you, myself, is Gideon still here? Did he already leave?
Left.
But I'd love to get Derek, you, me, maybe Gideon, and do a drive around Missouri, and you know, I could kind of talk people through whether I knew it or seen that area or not, or what's coming up around the corner.
Yeah, you could give us the tour.
Yeah, Kelly, I'm going to have to get back to driving and flying. And let's see, I'm trying to think of, I'll tell you what I've been playing a lot of. Baseball season's around the corner, so I've been playing a lot of MLB. And there's another one I just bought for the Xbox that was regularly $50 on sale for $5.99. I can't remember the name of it. It was a baseball game, and it's cheesy compared to MLB. The players aren't as, you know, they're more blocky or whatever you want to call it, pixelated. But I'll tell you what, it's a fun game for $5.99. I mean, you know, it's almost got a lot of the same features as MLB, which I did buy the 2025 edition, which is I pre-ordered it. And it comes out the 18th. But, man, $60.
Yeah.
Ooh. You know,
yeah,
just a lot of money. Anyway, with that being said, yeah, I'm excited about Missouri coming out. That's I'm going to keep my eye out. If you happen to see it before I do it, put it in our private chat and let me know, because I'd like to. I want to get on.
It's coming. We're getting close. I know that. So.
If you guys don't mind, I'm going to say goodnight. I want to thank everybody for showing up. I think Mike and Poe, you guys did some as much as I love. I know you guys talked about me leaving in my dependence, but I was listening. And, well, you guys did a couple outstanding videos, so I think that was great. We had a good show tonight as far as, I've been here, and I'm sure it'll go downhill when I leave, but that's okay. But y'all have a good night. Thanks, everybody, and I'll catch you guys next week. I'm lasting longer and longer, and I'm down here in the office. So, you guys take care.
Good night, Greg. See you, Greg.
Next time. Bye now.
We'll see you. Always good to see you. Yeah, we got Paula Abdul talk going in the chat because
Paula Abdul.
Well, Phil said this week has been weird. With one step forward, two steps back. So that.
MC Scat Cat.
Yeah. So you had to throw that in there. But
nothing in common, but there's trust. I'm like a minus, she's like a plus. One going up, one. Okay. Yeah, I loved Paula back then. Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I mean her music. I love that music.
Right. Yeah. Yeah, she was all right. Yeah. But yeah. So yeah, I had to throw that. I should have said that stuff while Gideon was here too, but because he's a big truck stim guy. But yeah. But I knew Greg would be excited because Missouri is coming out. For those of you that don't know, that's Greg's home state. That's where he lives now, and so he is excited for Missouri to come out. So yeah, that's right. Poe knows all the lyrics, and not just Apollo. He just knows all the lyrics. All the lyrics that have ever been.
Rush, hurry, hurry, never come to me. She was singing to me and not Keanu in that video.
Yeah. I'm still partial to straight up with Paula Abdul because most of the time when I was watching her videos, I was pretty much straight up. But
Do you love me? Do you love me? Tell me that.
I'm like, what the fuck is Arsenio doing in that video instead of
Yeah,
me?
he ruined it.
Yeah.
I was just like, Paula Arsenio.
Yeah.
Although
This
I
is the
did watch
best
Arsenio's
video.
show back then. I used to watch his show.
Yeah.
Remember when he had Jason Voorhees on?
No. Yeah. Yeah. I did like Arsenio a lot in Coming to America. That was
Yeah.
he was good in that one. He was good in that one. But
Well, that's kind of
Yeah.
funny. Like with the Cano, you said he was in that music video. Remember Eric Roberts was put in a lot of music videos too. Did you see him? Like Mr. Brightside, he was in that one. I'm like, what the hell? They were just like hiring him to do music. And then of course, Michael Knight, he got put in one of the train videos.
Oh, yeah.
Remember that? Yeah.
yeah. Must be almost 50, Ballistic says. Yeah. I am I'm almost 50. In about a week and a half, I'll be just 6 years away from 50, but on the other side.
Yeah.
Derek
I'm still in
says,
my
oh,
40s.
yeah. Derek says all you need to know about Paula Abdul. Boing. Parachute pants. Yeah.
She made me angry when she got with Amelia, though. I'm like, really? We know you want me, Paula, but I guess you got to take Amelia for, People magazine and stuff.
Yeah.
I'm
She
not,
was settling.
I'm not magazine friendly.
Yeah. Well, Ballistic turns 50 May 9, so just a couple months from today.
Oh, nice.
Nice. Yeah.
My wife
I'll
will be
be-
50 this year. I'll be 52 this year.
Yeah. I'll be 56 in a couple weeks. Someone I know who's a little shorter than I am turned 56 2 months ago. I'm just saying. She happens to be born on Elvis's birthday,
Ooh.
January 8th. But yeah, so I'll be catching up to Kelly once again. But everyone's always shocked to find out that Kelly's older than me. And I said, just because she's the size of a 12-year-old doesn't mean she is a 12-year-old. But yeah. But and Mike's what are you, Mike? Like 40?
I'm 48, and then my wife's older than me, so she's 50. Even though if someone were to see both of us, they would say she's the younger one because she looks younger than me.
Yeah. Yeah. I had a girl that I worked with. She was a high school girl, and she asked one time, she said, can I ask you, it's kind of a personal question. I'm like, well, I got go. And she's like, how much older are you than Kelly is? So I'm like, oh, this will be fun. I said, take a guess. And she says, oh man, I don't know. Man, that's hard. And I said, well, let's start from the beginning. How old do you think I am? Which she kind of cheated because she knew my kids and she knew their ages. So she's like, okay, Travis is this old. And and she guessed my age within a year. I think I was like 44 or 45 then. And she was within a year. So I'm like, okay, you got it. I'm 44. Now, how old is Kelly? And she goes, oh man, it'll make her mad. I said, I guarantee you, whatever you say isn't going to make her mad because she's started off with how much younger is she? So I think she guessed like 6 years younger than I was. And I'm like, you're close. She's 2 months older than me. She's like, what? Yeah, yeah, but it's all right. It's all right. I look at it on the bright side. We can collect Social Security at the same time. We'll slide right into that. There's no one than the other. We can both start collecting. But Yeah. Ballistic says, people think my mom is my wife. We look the same age. Wow. But she's 72. Wow. Good on her. Good deal. Kelly was all excited when she met my mom because, I'm like 6'1". My dad was 6'4". And so she was expecting my mom to be big. And, Kelly's 5'0". My mom's 5'2". So she's like, oh my gosh, you're my size. Yeah. Yeah. Mike's met Kelly. She's
Yes.
not so she's a little bit challenged on the height side, but it's all right. She's fun size. Yeah. That's all good. That is all good. So what else we got to talk about?
Do we want to talk about the was it the console challenge being extended?
Well, that still has another week?
Yeah.
Yeah, we still have another week on that. And I don't think the scores have changed much lately. Has anyone even played lately?
No,
we're playing.
I haven't.
I know I played. I think I'm probably the last one that played it.
I haven't played since my
me-
introduction video for the show last week, so I need to actually play it and put it on my channel.
Yeah, let me see console chat. Yeah, Mike's got the high score right now at 18,314. We're talking the Alien Atari 2600. I have 16,383, but that I should have an asterisk because I am still not sure what difficulty level I was on or any of that. So I don't know if I was on the same mode as you guys. Poe, you got 13,700, and T-Dog has 12,007. So you guys are about 1,000 apart. And that's all that's played so far. We've got a week into this, and we got a week to go. So get out there and play you some Alien Atari 2600. All you got to do is take a picture of your screen at the end with your score on there, post it on the Discord, and we'll throw it in a screen on a spreadsheet. And you'll be all fancy. It'll be official.
Yeah, the score stays on.
If you have an actual Atari, just turn it on. That's the mode you're playing in when you first turn it on. Now, the difficulty switches I mentioned in last week's show, and right off the top of my head, I can't remember where they need to be. But you need to be set where your power pellets actually work. And I have the bad guys, the aliens, set at random. They're not actually going at the fixed pattern. So,
yeah, well, I'm so bad at it, they could be on a fixed pattern. I wouldn't notice because I'm just running around like a maniac. And I think that's what I ended up playing at the end of the day. I think I was just I started the emulator, loaded up the ROM, and hit go. So I don't know if that's the same as if you just plugged the cartridge in and said go on the 2600. I don't know, but I think that's the mode I was on because I was pushing. They say push the shoulder buttons on your Xbox controller, and I got into that mode where the dang you'd hit the power pellets and they turn blue or whatever and then go right back instantly. And I'm like, oh, that sucks. That's kind of hard. So I think I ended up back in that same mode when I first turned on the emulator. I think that's how I played. Because then when I was just pushing the select button or whatever, it was changing the number of lives you had or whatever. And I'm like, I said, well, I don't want to be on this one that I got like 7 or 10 lives or something. I'm pretty sure that's cheating. But Kelly was mistaken for when he was 16 years old. Philip's her son, and when he was 16, he was diagnosed with cancer. And while he was going through that, one of the nurses asked Kelly if are you Philip's girlfriend? And she's like, I'm his mom. But he fought through it. It was tough for Philip, but he is doing great now. He's married to an awesome lady with a couple of kids.
Nice.
And doing great. Their family there, Philip and Candace, and their 2 kids are actually going with us on that cruise we're going on in May. So that'll be fun. That'll be fun.
Cool.
She is an awesome girl. The kids are cool. And I think the kids are really cool, almost as cool as their new grandpa they got when Philip married their mom. And I'm sure to tell them that every time I see them, how cool their grandpa is. But Yeah, I'm looking forward to going on that cruise with them because we'll get some time to spend with, just them. Because I really only got to talk to them right around their wedding and stuff. So for some reason, they were like preoccupied with stuff. I don't know, flowers and dancing. And
The biggest
and
thing I was
pictures.
excited about for my wedding reception was we were going to get to be the first people that ate finally. So.
Yeah.
But then every time we tried to take a bite, people would start hitting their stupid glasses, and you couldn't eat anything. You had to kiss. That's a good or bad.
Right. Yeah. See, now our wedding, when Kelly and I got married, we amazed some people because we got married in what they call the orange room at the electrical co-op. You could get this room for free, and it had a kitchen in there with big old divider walls. So we had the divider walls closed, and all the seats were set up for people to watch the wedding and stuff. We had the wedding, and the food was already cooked behind there. And then when we walked out, and then you have the reception line, and everyone's going through. I had some high school kids that worked at the school and knew my boys and stuff like that, and Kelly's boy and Shelby and all that. While we were out shaking people's hands and getting congratulations, they opened those doors and pulled the tables. Were all on the side. They set the tables up, put the chairs so it's seating for food. And as soon as the last person came through and gave us hugs and all that, said congratulations, said, all right, everyone, let's go back in and eat. And they walked right back in the same room, was completely set up different, and the food was all there already cooked. And you're like, dang, how the heck did you guys do that? It's like, yeah, it pays to have a bunch of high school kids that are thinking of how awesome it would be to help out. So it was pretty. The bad part for that was, like Poe was saying, you finally get to eat and stuff. Well, the whole time we're doing the wedding ceremony, we could smell the food because it's right on the other side. It's like, man, I am getting hungry now. But yeah, it was good time. All right, T-Dog's got to go.
See you, T-Dog.
All right, we will see you in Discord, I'm sure, over the next week, between now and next week's show. But yeah, anyway, so yeah, get in on the Alien. There's only been 4 people, so you're guaranteed. If you play right now, you're guaranteed a top 5 position for at least right now. So get in on it. I do want to quickly mention, getting back to pinball, the Wonderland Amusements has announced that Tuesday, the 11th of March, so this coming Tuesday, just 2 days away, will be the start of the Kickstarter for that Alice Goes to Wonderland pinball table. And when the Kickstarter starts, the first 100 people that sign up for the Kickstarter can get the table for $799. They did not mention the shipping cost, though, so we're assuming that's plus shipping. I'm sure they're going to charge people shipping, especially at that price, and we don't know what the shipping price is. If you do not get in on the first 100, don't fret. It's not the end of the world. It's $849. So it's basically $50 cheaper for the first 100, $50 more. We're guessing that, well, they say right on there, the first 100 people get it for 20% off. So it's going to be $999 is what they're going to sell the thing for. They said under 1,000, so they're going to squeak under 1,000. But yeah, so the first 100 people can get it for $799. Anyone else that gets in on the Kickstarter can get it for $849. I think at the end of March, there's going to be a pinball show somewhere that they're supposed to have another working model, like version 3 of it, that's supposed to have the video scenes, some of the call outs and all that, so you can hear what it sounds like, see some more gameplay. I'm going to wait till after that. I'm not going to try to get on that first 100. I want to see that. They do have stuff like the topper. You can buy a topper. I think that's $150 for a topper for it, which looks pretty cool. And you can get some other stuff, little add-ons for it. And then the big thing is, it looks like they haven't said officially, but Kelly's getting to it right here. I think it's going to be a 90-day warranty, but if you buy in on the Kickstarter at any time, it doesn't have to be the first 100. It's a 1-year warranty on the machine. So that is a big incentive to get in on the Kickstarter, besides the $150 off. I'm hoping the shipping's going to be somewhere between, 150, $200 somewhere in there. I don't know what maybe Derek, if Derek's still here, because he bought one of those 4K at games. I don't know what those cost shipping.
Yeah.
I would think it'd be comparable to that. Maybe I would hope it wouldn't be too much more, but I'm waiting to hear what the shipping costs are, and I want to see, some more gameplay with the call outs and stuff like that. But man, $850 for a brand new pinball machine. It's 80% size, so basically a 3/4 scale. So it'll go nicely with your arcade 1-ups and stuff like that. But basically 3/4 scale, so works perfect for us because we don't have much room. But yeah, so the Kickstarter starts in 2 days. If you're watching this tonight, it's in 2 days. If you're watching the replay, I can't tell you when it is relative to when you're watching it because I don't know. So, but
they really need to add Tom Petty to the back glasses, the Mad Hatter, and then when they drain the ball, it should say, "Give it up, stop."
Yeah. See, now Derek said $100 shipping for the 4K. If it's 100 or 150 even, I look at it this way. If it's 150 and I can get out the door or have it at my door for $1,000, I'm pretty stoked, but because even when I bought that Joker's table, which was I think Joker's was in 1985, 1986 is when it came out. And I bought it in like 1990. I want to say 98, 99, somewhere in there is when I bought the thing. So it was like, I paid $1,300 for that thing used in good, but not great condition. And, Greg played in the $5,000 to $6,000 range for his Stranger Things table. And the modern new one, Godzilla and all those are $12,000, $15,000. So if I can get the pinball machine delivered to my house for $1,000, I'll be pretty stoked. But yeah, so yeah, those at games pinball, those are pretty sweet. Derek just got the 4K. The HD versions look great, and especially if you do the on the go where you can add your own games and stuff like that. That's how Ed played for years on the original. Now he has the 4K over at Digital Victory's channel. But there is something to be said for a physical table. I have the digital table and I love it. We have a ton of tables on there that I can play. Hey, what game's on the arcade, Poe? Can you tell? Oh, you're watching on your phone. You can't tell. It's too small.
Jungle Hunt.
Yeah. Mike's like, it's Jungle Hunt. I got that. Yeah. But when I said that, the vines were going, so I thought maybe you'd be able to see, but now it's the
I see the swimming scene. I think I see the swimming scene.
Yeah, swimming with the sharks. But anyway, yeah, I just wanted to throw that out there too before I forget. So it looks awesome. They're still working on it. There's going to be a couple more iterations, and they're saying that hopefully it will be shipped in the fall. That's what they're saying. So you get in the Kickstarter in the spring, hopefully we'll get the machines in the fall, and they're hoping to go retail on it, get it in some stores. Probably be a little more expensive if you're going to buy it at Costco or something, but then if you're buying it direct. And if it goes well, they're going to make more tables. This isn't a one-off. They're looking to become a home pinball option for people that don't have thousands and thousands of dollars to drop on a machine. Maybe you'll say, well, I got $3,000 or $4,000 I could put and spend on pinball. I'll get 3 different machines though, so so I hope it does well. And they did say they will have a parts store upon release. So when they do ship them out, there will be a parts store. So if you need parts, I personally am going to buy, some flippers and just have a box of spare parts. So, it will happen. Anyone that has owned a physical pinball table knows it will happen. You will have things will fail eventually and things break. It's just part of the thing. So, yeah, Christmas gift to each other, Kelly says. So we'll get ourselves a pinball machine.
Well, maybe you should get her a Switch too.
Yeah, maybe. Yeah. Well, usually what I like to get Kelly, because I do want to Switch too. So that's a great idea. Because I usually try to pick something for Kelly that I would love, and then hope that she falls in love with it later. But yeah, and I tell you, I was talking to that Australian guy that was at the hotel, and he says he likes playing the older console games and stuff, but his wife doesn't really show any interest, and he likes playing pinball, but again, his wife. I said Kelly showed zero interest in pinball until I built this thing, and said, "Come on, just play it now. Come on, play it. No, come on, play it. No, Kelly, can I play now? No." It's like once she played it, she was on it, So.
Well, we'll be hearing more about the Switch 2 in less than a month. So what is it? Is it April 2nd or April 9th? I can't remember. They're going to do a bigger reveal on the thing. So,
yeah. Yeah, and Ballistic, that is a thing. If you only have room for one, it is tough to decide. But when I bought my Joker's table, I just went and saw what I could buy used, and I didn't go into it. Yeah, I would have loved to get a Monster Bash or something, but I got what I could afford and what was available. And I loved that machine. I'd never played it before I bought it. And I love that machine. Yeah.
But who needs room for a bed? I mean, a sleeping bag is fine.
Right.
You're a real gamer.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. And Kelly mentioned here, if you know someone in your same town or close enough, you can get on that $7.99 price if you buy two, even if you're not in the first 100. You can buy two for the whatever that math works out to, $15.98. So you can get two of them for that price at any time. So if you know someone, or if you just want to buy a second one for spare parts, but if you knew someone close by, you could buy two, $800 a piece, get it shipped to one of y'all's, and then take the one to the other person's house.
Nice.
Anyway, yeah. That's anyway. Get back to the Switch 2. Yeah, I'm looking forward to the Switch 2. I think it's going to be cool. Yeah, I keep getting distracted. I start talking, then I read the stupid chat. Not stupid chat. Sorry, chat. It's not stupid. I'm stupid because I'm trying to get a thought out. And then Ballistic mentioned again, he has one real arcade cab, Asteroids Deluxe, but the screen doesn't work. Screen's overrated.
We came from that generation where imagination was a big thing, Ballistic. So that's right. You can imagine how good it looks on there while you play.
Just put an Etch-a-Sketch in the front and you're good.
You'll be fine. I've discovered the older I get, the less it matters if the screen is even on, because my score is not much better. I can close my eyes and score within 100 points of when I have my eyes open.
I'm happy to see Derek's post there because he's buying me one now. So thank you, Derek.
On Ballistic's post, though, I owned a friend of mine gave me his Asteroids cabinet, and same thing with that. The monitor didn't work. It was a Vector or one of those Vector monitors. Mm-hmm. So I tried fixing it, but it ended up being a little bit more dangerous than I care to want to try, because if you touch something wrong on the back, you're liable to either hurt yourself really bad or
you touch a capacitor, it's just going to drain it out in through you.
Yeah. Right. So I had to actually have somebody, what was it? He was the lady I talked to, there was a lady who worked on LCD TVs, and I had contacted their business about, hey, do you have anybody that works on CRTs, how to, get rid of the electricity that's built onto the monitor? And she like, oh yeah, my dad used to work on it. And I said, is he still around? Would you be able to help me? And I'd be happy to pay him just to show me how to get rid of the electricity, because I was fixing my Centipede arcade cabinet. He did come over there. He had a tool. I think it was like a screwdriver, flathead screwdriver, with a connection to the ground on the arcade machine. So we had one clip, a banana clip on that screwdriver to the ground on the arcade machine. And then he tapped the monitor. I heard this big old pop, and apparently the electricity went through that screwdriver to the ground on it. And I'm like, wow, holy crap, I don't know if I want to do that, because that's electricity. And he's like, yeah, this is simple. And he told me there's a rule, even if you get the monitor out, which I did. I removed the, not monitor, but the CRT out of the Centipede cab. I set it on a roller. He said, before you even move that, you have to do that trick again. He's like, it'll build electricity. So you have to always make sure it's gone from that, because it'll build up again, and you don't want to get shocked. So I could do that because it wasn't a big spark. He mostly took the blunt of it. But yeah, and working on asteroids, I did watch some instructional videos. It's very dangerous. You'd probably want some sort of electrician to work on it. But yeah, I ended up giving mine away when I picked up Double Dragon, my arcade machine. I gave it to the owner of that arcade over in Oregon. And I said, if I'm going to give this to you, I want it given to somebody for free because I don't want to make money off of it because my buddy gave it to me to work on, and I don't want to make any money off it. So I ended up giving to him. I said, hey, just give it to someone who can work on it and fix it. It's theirs, just so I can make room out in my arcade room. So yeah, it's dangerous to work on that unless you have somebody that knows what they're doing.
Yeah. This is the answer right there, Ballistic.
Yeah.
Pay someone.
Don't just touch everything in the back. You might not come back.
Yeah. Let's see how this one.
You might be Ballistic burnt coffee boy.
Yeah. You'll turn Ballistic when you get launched out of the.
Well, if you do that, Ballistic, go ahead and do a live stream. I mean, might as well get some views out of it.
Yeah.
I'll pay you if you touch certain capacitors.
Yeah, it'll go viral. You might not get to see it, but it'll go viral. Yeah, friend of a friend. He can. Yeah, so if he gets zapped, you only see him once a year. No big loss. Yeah. When he gets out of the hospital, you can see him. Then it'll be fine. It'll be fine. Yeah, it is amazing though how much those capacitors hold and just Burt Macchiato. Now we're going to call you that every time you come to the show. Hey, Burt Macchiato, what's up? What up, yo? Yeah. Oh man, I just said yo, and it reminded me. I still got to get Phantoms so I can show Kelly's never seen Phantoms. That's you the Phantoms, yo. Old Jay says, and Jay and Silent Bob strike back. Yeah, I got to get that movie for her. Yeah. And we did see, I put it in the thing. We watched the director's cut of Dr. Sleep the other day. 3 hours long.
Oh, cool.
Very good, though. A lot of scenes added to it. A lot. We'd seen the regular release before, so we knew what we were coming at. And seeing the added scenes, there were several times where Kelly were like, I don't remember that. That was pretty cool. And, yeah, the book was awesome. I remember when the book came out and I read that and then saw the movie after. And of course, you read the book, then it's like, oh, well, they don't have time to do everything in the movies. But I remember reading that book and thinking, man, if they somehow brought Nicholson back, but made him look younger, like when he died, because in the book, his spirit showed up again at the Overlook and everything. That would have been so freaking sweet if they would have done that. But then again, Stephen King didn't like Kubrick's version of the movie anyway, so. Right. Yeah. Yeah. It's, but I did like the additions that they put in to, I've never read the book, so I don't have anything to base it on other than the first time I watched the movie. But I did. If you haven't seen Dr. Sleep, here you go, Ballistic. I haven't seen Dr. Sleep, but I love The Shining. I know it's on my list. Get the director's cut. Get the director's cut, because there's a bit of stuff in the beginning that does help you understand what's going on, and I think once you've watched the entire movie, you kind of know what's going on also. But if it's your first time watching, I think the director's cut would be the way to go, because it kind of does explain some things, and even stuff that, having watched the movie a couple times, I'm like, oh, that's interesting to see how this happened and what's going on here. So it's definitely worth watching. Ballistic, when you watch the movie, get the director's cut. Get the director's cut to watch. It's 3 hours though, so be prepared. It's a long movie.
Bring some coffee.
Yeah, bring some Ballistic coffee, some burnt macchiato if you need to, and I mean, it's got that hot chick is in the movie, so it's worth it. If you can watch 3 hours with her on it, it's good. She's pretty smoking hot. Yeah, you can look for it on eBay. I can't remember where I found it. But it was it ended up on my computer somehow. I don't know. I was surfing around the net, and the next thing you know, I had a thumb drive that had the movie on it. I maybe Kelly ordered it when I wasn't looking. Yeah. Kelly actually, she was listening to The Shining on a Audible thing on the train ride. So anyway, did we lose Poe? Poe?
Yeah, oh, he must have put it on his charger. Coming up to 2 hours. Remember his phone?
Yeah, we're at that 2 hour mark where Poe's
Yeah.
struggling with his phone to keep going.
Well, it's kind of funny. You mentioned that we're watching the movie. Me and my friend, so my friend from college came over yesterday, and that's what we did. We watched Phantoms first, and then we watched The Blob, the 80s movie.
Yeah.
So, and that's the 4K. So both of them were the 4K versions. And it's
nice.
wow, I haven't seen that movie in a long time where it's just like, oh, okay. Because then I kind of understood the storyline because I was thinking like, oh, the Blob's from like a meteorite from like alien race, and then it occurred to me, it's like, oh, that's different. It's like, wow, if you haven't watched the film, you kind of learn some new things on it. And then last movie we watched, because he wanted to watch something a little bit more cheesier than that. I'm like, oh, I just got this in Rumpelstiltskin, a 90s horror film, but oh man, it's literally cheesy. So Rumpelstiltskin's the horror character in it, and of course, he wants the souls of babies. He'll trick you.
I watched a porn like that. It was called Wrinkled Foreskin. Is it the same?
A little bit. Oh boy, yeah. I watched that film. It just had me laughing because he's like driving a motorcycle, and it's really coming across like Terminator 2. And of course, he rips this guy's head off, kicks it like a soccer ball, and takes this semi truck. And he's chasing the lady with the baby and spouting out like one-liners like Arnold. So I'm like, oh, okay, this one's pretty entertaining. So yeah, really fun movie. I just remembered that back at Blockbuster, seeing the box cover from it, and then I'm like, dude, I never rented this before because it looked so bad. But of course, now I'm like more interested in it, and ended up buying the movie and then showing it to my friend. We were just laughing. He's like, man, this doesn't make sense. But yeah, it's a good time. Good times.
Nice. Yeah.
I see what Ballistic is saying there about The Shining, and yeah, there are places that sell looks like the old-fashioned hotel keychains that say the Overlook, and they'll have the room number on it you can buy. They sell swatches of carpet that look like the carpet that Danny's riding his big wheel on.
Nice.
But I don't know, Ballistic, if you've ever watched, Stephen King finally got his say. They made a TV movie of The Shining that followed the book a lot closer. Not as iconic as Jack, but it had the one dude from the show Wings played his character, and it was a lot closer to the book. You know, you didn't have the hedge maze; you had the hedge animals, and he had to keep an eye on the boiler the whole time to make sure the hotel didn't explode. So yeah, the TV version is a lot closer. But I don't know if it's available on DVD or anything or not. I haven't watched it since it was on TV back in, when was that? The 90s probably.
Yeah. I'll have to look for that too. Yeah, because I've never seen that. I've seen the original, the movie, of course. And yeah.
And we just watched that. That was just on today before I came out. Was Nicholson Shining. The wife had it on, so just by chance.
Nice. Yeah. Yeah. Let's see. Still didn't explain the dude in the teddy bear costume.
Yeah, no, that is kind of explained if you read the book. And we know what was going on there.
Yeah. Kaos says his ex loves the remake for television Shining way better than the original movie. And he says not him. He likes
it depends on what you grew up with, I think. You know, Stephen King himself wasn't happy, and at that point he was like, I don't really want people to ruin my vision with the movies anymore. They should be following my vision. But I just started with The Running Man. And that book is totally different than Schwarzenegger's Running Man. Now, Schwarzenegger's version is great for the 80s. It was a perfect 80s movie, in my opinion, you know. But the book is so totally different. And looking that up, I found out they are actually almost done making a new Running Man that follows the book. I don't think fans of Arnold's movie are going to like this one very much, but it's supposed to follow the book a lot closer than that.
Right. It's an amazing phenomenon, though, isn't it? When they change a story from the original source material, people like it, and then they make a movie or show based on the actual original source material. Like, oh, that fucking sucks. It's like,
right.
That's what's the real, that's the real deal.
Arnold's version was iconic. It was 80s for sure, and they did a great job with it. But I'm almost done with the book now. I look forward to it. I don't know how many people are going to like it. People are going to go in there thinking they're getting the remake of Arnold's. Other people probably won't watch it because they're like, how dare they remake an Arnold movie? Well, it's a Stephen King book.
Yeah.
Right.
Well, that's like Total Recall. Remember they did a remake on that? I didn't like it.
I never watched the remake on it, so I'm one of those people. I saw there was a remake. I'm like, no. Arnold's.
Yeah.
I went to see that at the theater and bought the VHS. Back then, you had to wait like a year for the VHS to come out.
Yeah.
And I bought that. And,
Unless it was super popular, though, Poe. Remember, I got Batman Returns. I remember that was in the theater, and then I'm like, dude, it's already here on VHS. So super popular films would make it to VHS where you could buy it. Or
they would come to McDonald's. I got my version of my VHS of Dances with Wolves at McDonald's.
Really? Yeah. Well, Ballistic said here, I guess we're still talking about The Shining here, and he said he watched the remake on TV. He found it boring. Kaos was talking about his ex likes the remake and Kaos likes the original. I'll go out on a limb here and say, now that I've watched that director's cut of Dr. Sleep, I think I like that better than the original Shining. So I really enjoy that movie. I like the whole storyline with all the, I thought it's really good, and not just because it has the hot chick in it, but
Ballistic, you have to remember too, that was a made-for-TV movie. There's only so much they can do, and I think at that time, when they would do these Stephen King specials, the contract he got, they would drag it out over, 2, 3, 4 nights,
right,
for this thing instead of one-shot movie. So it was the TV version, but it was definitely closer to the book.
Yeah.
Did you see Maximum Overdrive? That was a Stephen King. He was involved in making that movie because I seen his ad on it because I bought the Blu-ray, and I'm like, oh, there's like a special message from him. I didn't realize he was really involved in the making of that film with Emilio Estevez. Yep.
Yeah. Yeah. He was very involved in the movie. Yeah. Yep. Not just write the book and then that is true. Yeah. Ballistic got a VHS at McDonald's too. Nice. Nice. All right. Well, guys, we are at over 2 hours. It is going on 8:30. That's 9:30 Poe time.
Yeah.
I was up.
Although with the time change, I just kept sleeping today. I slept later than I ever did thanks to that time change. So,
yeah, I did the opposite. I still had to get up at 4, which my body said was 3. And so I'm a little poopered. I think this might be a good time to call it, unless you guys had something else. I got a mustache hair in my mouth. No. So there's that. But
Mario Day, participate. Have fun.
Mario Day.
Go into the
nice.
Nice. God dang, I got a mustache hair. Won't give up on it's stuck on my tongue. Yeah, and
I totally shaved mine off today, so I don't have that problem.
Nice.
I'm going for the Amish.
Nice. Yeah. I told someone one time, all my beard trimming and stuff like that, I leave it entirely up to Kelly. And they're like, you let your wife do it? I said, she looks at my face way more than I do. So
right?
Whatever she wants done, she can do. I don't care.
I'd like to do the same thing, but
Yeah.
My wife
He
doesn't
does.
want to even look at my face, so I have to
Well,
take care of it myself.
I've asked her before to go down to just a goatee or like you got now, and she always just says, the more your face that's hidden, the better. I'm not sure exactly what she means by that, but
She told me, if you don't have that, you got to at least have something there. So
right, yeah.
I thought about going for the little tiny stash. I was going to say Hitler stash, but that wouldn't be right.
Yeah. More hair on the bottom of your head than the top. That's what I'm always going for. So, all right. What do you got for final thoughts, Poe?
Well, I do want to say, since Ballistic is here, definitely go check out his channel. The guy is on 24/7 like Jerry Lewis on the old telethons. Who must have put a lot of work and gets all the great news out there. And also, I know Phil and Mike were here from Mike's Gaming Gala, and our Mike was talking about vector screens, vector games. They're going to be covering the Vectrex, if you remember that system. Very expensive to get now, but it was a vector screen. It was an all-in-one arcade you could buy from your JCPenney's catalog back in the day. They'll be covering that this Tuesday night on Retro Bliss Rewind at 8 o'clock Eastern. So check that out. And finally, I did get this is green, so you're not going to probably see it on my green screen, but I got my mod chip for my 3DO. So I'll be able to just disconnect the laser. You can put a little thumb drive on here and put all of your ISOs, your 3DO games. Hopefully it works smoothly. We'll just connect in with our ribbon connectors. There's no solder. So I plan on putting the whole library of 3DO games on. I won't do that with systems I owned as a kid, but with something like this, I'm not going to spend hundreds of dollars for every game to build my library for the 3DO. I'm seriously thinking about also doing this for my Sega Dreamcast and my Sega Saturn, because I did buy those later in life too. So I think it's a great option. These lasers go on these old systems all the time. You can burn. There was no protection on those 3DOs. So you can burn games onto CDR, but it's very picky from what I've seen and what I've watched, what type of medium you use, a certain name brand and this and that. And I just didn't feel like going through all of that. So if I can put all the game ISOs on a little thumb drive here, we'll give it a try and see if I can get the plumbers don't wear ties.
Yeah, I was going to say that too. Be sure to play plumbers don't wear ties.
Nice. Excellent. Look forward to that. Mike, what do you got? Any final thoughts? I'm going to put me and Poe down here.
Yeah, I'm still working on Dino Crisis too. So prior to going to the show, I was already like involved in editing. So yeah, that's what I got going on. After that, like I said, it'll be Castle of Illusion, Mickey Mouse, starring Mickey Mouse, and then a Super Nintendo game. So that's what I got planned for my videos. So yeah, that's it. I'm just trying to get that video out.
Nice. And I'm just stoked that I got my computer seeming to work. So I'll be getting back into some STEM videos. Got a couple of new courses we need to play on the VR mini golf. Welcome
Definitely. Yeah, we got to find time for that somehow.
Yeah, and it's funny. I was just looking up, and to me, and maybe because we never ended up playing the Elvis one because we were all waiting for a time, it seemed like this new one came like right after it. It's like, holy crap. But I looked at the timeline, and the last 3 courses that came out were 6 weeks, then 6 weeks, then 6 weeks. This one was actually 7 weeks.
Oh, wow.
So it was a week longer, but because we never played the Elvis and we kept waiting and all that, it's like, holy shit, the next one's out. We didn't even play the last one. But good.
And it would be nice. We don't get many chances to get together. It would be great to play both courses, but the batteries just don't last long enough for that. So.
Right. Especially as bad as we play, and it takes so many strokes to get to the end. These people that are shooting 24 under, yeah, maybe they could play 2 rounds in one live stream, but Yeah, we're not that. And so I will be getting back into some stims, playing some stuff there. Salvatore, good to see you. I don't know if you've been here, how long you've been here, but this is first you chatted, so good to see you. And yeah, it's good to have the whole library at your fingertips. So that's what I got planned.
That's really cool. That's the way to do it.
But yeah, I think this is a good time to call it because I drank all my soda, so it wants out. All right, so I'm gonna roll the outro, and we will be back next week, same time. We are getting ever so closer to the mighty episode 100, and I don't have anything I can. Oh wait, I got my.
Mike was trying to block my. He was trying to block my. With Mario.
I know this has nothing to do with anything, but I at least want. Hey, Casey's here. Just in time, Casey.
You forgot the time change. I saw your Facebook post. You were going to work and you forgot the time change.
Yeah,
Darn it, Casey.
He said they got to be done by now. I'll go on there.
Nope.
But all right, same bad time, same bad channel next week. We might be short a guy. We're not going to say who, but someone may or may not be here next week. But the rest of us will be. Stretch Armstrong will be filling in for Mike next week. So if you only tune in to see Mike, we'll see you all in 2 weeks when
right.
Mike is back. Because you will.
If you only tune in for Mike, you're a wise person.
You'll be stuck with me and Poe and maybe even Greg. So that's all. That's all good. So I'm going to run the outro, and we'll see you next week. Later.
Here
comes the whistle part. I like the whistle part.
The whistle part.
There it is. Who's that guy?
Oh wait, I gotta click the end stream.